Hi everyone, my name is Barbara, co-founder of Lady Umbrella Limited. We deal in branding and promotional deals. So today I would like to talk about the small businesses and startups on how you can get started. A number of people would really want to start business, but most of the times fear gets in the way. You want to start a business and you're thinking, I only earn 500,000, how do I start? You want to start a business and you're thinking, I have responsibilities, my child, my son, my sibling, my who. When do I start? How do I start? Perhaps when I get better salaries, if I earn 1 million, I will start a business. But the thing is this, time waits for no man. So today as Lady Umbrella, I would like to just encourage people, small businesses to come up. If you feel like you have this passion, for instance, in salesmanship, you have a passion in, for instance, maybe knitting of crochets, you have a passion in maybe fashion, or maybe even just knitting hair. Or if you don't have, if you feel like you don't know what you really like doing, then go and explore, be inquisitive, be curious, and go and learn something that is going to add impact into your life. Avoid this habit of just thinking that life is going to happen to you. You must put in the work. When we started Lady Umbrella 6 years ago, or 7 or so, we did have nothing, and I can promise you we had nothing. And I do remember that the only thing we had was just 500,000 to register it as a briefcase company. We carried it on forward as a briefcase company without anything, but we did not give up. We registered the business, got a business name, and then just kept it on the side and kept hustling with life. Until one morning, a client calls us and says, you know what, I have lost someone, God rest their soul in peace. And that person offered us business. That was our first business. After that, someone will tell you, I want an award, just one plaque. Another person will tell you, I just want a mark of 25,000. We persevered through it because we're looking at the future and the vision ahead of us. Not because we didn't have money, not because we're any unique, but because we really wanted to make this work. So if you want to make a life out of yourself, you've got to do a side hustle besides your job. Having a job, by the way, is very important if you're an entrepreneur. You cannot just have only the business, especially in the starting stages. It is very difficult to run a business when you have nothing else to rely on. The other side income as a job, an employee somewhere, helps to beef up your business. So one of the things that you will need to do to actually ensure that your business is standing forward is to get a side job. You do that side job, but you must always keep focused on the vision. Deliver on the other side, but still get focused on the vision. And drop the excuses. My dad always tells us, no one owes you a living. And for us as individuals, we've put that in our minds, and I've always grown up knowing that I have to save myself. Stop looking at your rich uncles, your rich aunties, your rich grandparents, your rich parents even. They have lived their life. And if you're really lucky that you've been born perhaps with a silver spoon, kudos to you, I'm happy for you. But the thing is this, and it's such a shame that your parents are going to hand over to you all that wealth and you've not trained yourself the ability to master and garner wealth on your own. If you cannot learn how to hustle as an individual, give yourself 5 years down the road after your parents are gone, you will find that the wealth will just fade away. So it is very important for you to start a business and a side hustle at the same time. But at the same time also, business is not just about let me start. There are a number of people, close friends even, who will start, today they're selling this, the next day they're selling that. Then they see something trendy, they're jumping on that. The next day someone is selling this, you're selling it. You cannot be, they call you a prostitute salesperson or a prostitute business person. Business is not about, yes, it's good to have your eggs, it's not good to have your eggs in one basket, but also it is very important for you to try as much as possible to focus on one idea, perfect it. Then when you've fully garnered the strength to really perfect it and you have created that niche in the market, now that is when you wake up in the morning and say, you know what, let me diversify, because it's always good to have extra sources of income. But you cannot today start and say, let me begin a border business. The next day you're saying, let me begin a chapati business. You're going to find that all these different avenues are demanding for extra boosting, and you don't have the means. And besides that, business is not as easy. You need to really deal with so many underlying factors. You will find challenges with your RA and all that. So imagine that all the businesses are bombarding you with these challenges. You will get frustrated. So you need to really focus on one idea. Perfect that. Let the market be known that if you're looking for, let's say, branding, then Lady Umbrella is a place for you. If you're looking for that perfect, let's say, gift for a mother, let your name sound in the ears of every person that sees or hears or cares to know. By the time you even diversify, the brand that you've created is going to help you sell other small businesses or the other businesses easily. It is not bad to diversify. It's not bad to partner with other businesses, but remember, you must have that one idea that you're perfecting to the fullest, and that idea will easily sell other prospects. So let's do something. Our society, I look at people, my relatives, my friends, my neighbors, we are really, really struggling financially. And this is really, really absurd because, I don't know, maybe it's a challenge of the kind of education that we've gone through that teaches us that we must all go and get a job. And it seems like that is the ceiling for us. Very little do you hear in these classrooms or where they're teaching you how to make money. But the truth is, there is a lot of money out there. It is about us going out to research, to really, really look out for it and knock on the right doors and explore these particular ideas that are going to garner us to have wealth. It would be really, really encouraging to have a lot of employers as opposed to employees. They advertise for a job. Recently, I was part of an interview somewhere in Nyumbe district. A total of, I can't tell, maybe 3,000 people turned out for an interview, which was supposed to have some positions, but just only 2. For how long are we going to roam around this country trying to find that job, trying to put food on the table? It is good. Everyone needs a starting point, but sometimes you will never be able to get that perfect chance. Sometimes it means you trying to think outside the box to really, really put food on the table, but to also prepare a path for your family and your children. Just today, someone walked by to our office, and I was just idle. I'm a very lazy person to do manicure. This gentleman is literally a mobile, I don't know how they call them, nail person. He just walked in and said, I just saw him pass. I'm like, hey, please come. I paid him 20,000 and got me thinking, this gentleman is earning 20,000 from just one person. And that was like in the evening hours. That is how he got that money. But he had been in the building where we're working from a number of hours. And he says he comes here often. So meaning he has specific people who are looking for his service. But he had to literally drop this thing of following the crowds. And I think one morning he said, you know what? First of all, the benefit is, in as much as it's not the best approach sometimes, but this gentleman has a different model of business. He gets to market himself by working directly to the client. He does not incur rent. He does not incur inconveniences like what, as long as someone gets to see him, and if he has very good customer care, trust me, which of course he did, he will always have me. I took his number, and trust me, tomorrow I'll call him again. Let us stop living in this box which is feeding us to the rat race. Just like Robert Kiyosaki said, this perfect life of you're waking up, you're driving into your car and going to office. You wake up in the morning from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock. You're leaving, going back to your home. Next morning you wake up 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock, just earning only that salary. Yet we have a lot of potential in you. In all of us. Some of us don't even like our jobs, but we are stuck there because you're so scared of what will happen. There is more to living life than just being stuck in a rat race. Freedom is real wealth, especially in this millennium years. So it's very important, and I urge all of us, let us start. Let us reach out. Reach out to a friend, a neighbor. Ask them, how did you start? Be curious. For instance, I won't give you 3 or 4. Let me give you 5 ways, for instance. If I was not employed, or if I had no business, and I wanted to actually make extra income, as opposed to sitting trying to drop off these applications every other day, why don't you wake up? Go to these downtown people. Ask them the prices of what they sell. Let me tell you something, people, in my experience, as a professional salesperson, but in my experience, people hate salesmanship because it has this connotation of it is for broke people. But the thing is this, we are always selling ourselves. You must sell yourself to a person for you to be able to receive the kind of service, even in friendship. No one wants to be friends with losers. No one wants, you must sell yourself every other day for people to believe in what you have to offer. So let us drop this mentality of thinking, for instance, sales. Every person needs to be able to sell to survive. If you need to sell yourself every day to your boss, for your boss to feel like you are valuable to the company. You need to sell yourself every day to your spouse, for your spouse to feel like you matter in the relationship. Salesmanship is the order of the day. So one, everyone needs to learn how to sell. If, for instance, you don't have anything to do, wake up in the morning and go and do what they call affiliate partnerships. You walk to a person that has clothes, for instance. You don't even have to have the clothes store. We now have a digital era where people are always stuck on phone trying to see what is the next trendy thing. Just go to a person that sells clothes, ask them to give you pictures, or they can allow you to take pictures, or they even usually have pictures. Who doesn't want to have someone who can sell their product for them for free? You ask them that, you know what, send me pictures. I'm going to sell those pictures. I'm going to sell those products at an extra rate. So they give you at a reduced price, and you're able to just display this, other than just always slaying on statuses, waiting to look trendy and be liked. How about you just get one t-shirt or one dress or one shoe, one bag, or, whatever you want to put there, whatever you're passionate about. How about you put it there on your status? And then one person gets to view it. The more you put it there, people begin to ask, how much is this? And that is the beginning of your mindset changing. The challenge we have, not just in Africa, not just in Uganda, but as a whole, the challenge we have is a mindset issue. People are waiting for salvation from a neighbor, from a friend, from a relative. No one is, you will be so lucky to have someone come and pull you up. Everyone has their own problems and challenges. No one is going to save you. So please, let's wake up and get to work. Go out there, look for things. Lady Umbrella, we're here looking for marketers. We even posted, no one is interested in what? And yet our products are one of the easiest to sell. But people want the easy way out. People want to go and sit on that desk, on that cool computer under SC. It is never that easy. The first job I earned me 100,000. I was a teacher. And that 100,000 could barely take care of us. But at least it gave me a platform to learn. After that 100,000, the next job I got earned me 180,000. And yet, I was a cashier, I was a salesperson, I was a cleaner, I was the attendant in the shop, I was a watchman because I had to close it. I was supposed to clean it, do merchandising. It gave me a platform to my next job, which earned me 400,000. And that one there, they would give you high targets, 200 million to sell. I did my best in that one. After that, that opportunity opened up for me a very big platform. I do remember when we worked with CoConnect. It was a target of you go to campus, to like these gatherings or like campus, and then they give you like, then you go and talk to people. Please, that time of the CoConnect, please buy a Coke, open another the bottle top. There's some token for MBs there. We used to sell that. So the more you did sell, the more you got your extra income, which wasn't so much, but it was a very nice experience for me to just learn. So sometimes you must be willing to just, there is no quick reward. Some of us get off straight up from campus. Some of us are even still on campus. And yet we expect that when you land on this job field, you're going to just land in a job. Very, very few people are that lucky. And if you're lucky still, don't take it for granted. Thank you. Be blessed.